Kelsey, we're back here. First off, welcome to the Mercury. Past 48 hours or so, obviously, I'm sure a bit of a whirlwind, flying across the country, settling into the new franchise. If you just could describe what the process has been like over the last 2 days or so, how would you sum it up?
Yeah, I've been watching Spider-Man lately. I haven't seen the new one yet, but someone asked me that today, and I said, I feel like I'm in the metaverse, or, there's just a lot of different dimensions going, but honestly, I'm just super grateful to be here. I'm super excited to play tonight. I love to play basketball, so I'm just super grateful to be able to get out there and go do what I love.
All right, we'll go over to Zoom, starting with Kendra Andrews.
There we go. There it is. Hey, Kelsey, good to see you. This is a new situation. You've changed teams before, but trades or mid-season trades are different at the deadline. Just how do you kind of compartmentalize, I guess, switching teams, especially so late in the season? What is your outlook of what you guys can accomplish through these last, 14, 15 games? And then I guess third in that long question is just how do you start navigating what you want for yourself long-term versus in the short term?
Yeah, I didn't know you were allowed to ask 3 questions. I'm just messing. I would say it's good to see you, but I can't see you. Yeah, I think first and foremost, you have to be present. This is the best league in the world. Chicago's a tough team. So my focus tonight is go out and compete. Obviously minutes-wise, I think I'm allowed to play 20, so I'm going to give the 20 best minutes I possibly can. As far as mid-season things go, at the end of the day, basketball's basketball. And so I think at the end of the day, you just rely on your habits. And I've gotten to play for Nate, Team USA, and then I've also gotten to play with Ka and AT at USA as well. And then I've competed against DB, Sammy, Mac for years. So I feel very familiar. And I think at the end of the day, basketball's basketball. You go up, you throw it up, you go, you do what you do. Don't try to overcomplicate it. As far as long term goes, I don't want to sound cliche, but I'm where my feet are. Last night it was in Portland. 2 nights ago it was in Portland, and now it's here. But that's why I'm a professional. I'm paid to play basketball at the highest level, and that's what I'm going to do tonight.
We'll go over to Sabrina Merchant with The Athletic.
Hey, Kelsey. I guess the metaverse sort of answered what I was trying to see about how the last 48 hours have been for you. But considering you just got to Chicago and haven't really had a chance to practice or anything with Merck, I realize basketball is basketball, but how do you expect to fit in today?
Yeah, I would expect to go out there and, at the end of the day, a lot of the framework is similar to what, no one's reinventing basketball in terms of actions and things like that. I think AT makes it really easy to play off of. And so I think just really being aware of her moving without the ball. But at the end of the day, I think when you play hard and you compete, the game kind of just opens up for you. So I'm not really too concerned about, practice, things like that. I've watched film on them. I've studied the playbook. I had a lot of plane flights to do that. So I think that, for me, I'm as prepared as I can be. Also, minus the fact that I haven't played basketball for 5 weeks in terms of competitive. So it's a cocktail for success as far as I'm concerned.
We're going to go over to Jeff Metcalf.
Kelsey, you've spoken before about your feelings about Taurasi. What are your feelings now that you're actually playing for the Mercury, sort of connected to Diana's legacy?
It means everything. That was the reason I started playing basketball. She actually texted me today and just said there's no one she'd rather have. And so that just feels, I'm just very honored and, just excited to go out there and, compete. And there's a lot of greats that have played for the Mercury. It was really hard to pick a number because everyone's almost retired. So yeah, again, it's just I'm just really grateful and excited.
We'll go to Hayden Silly with Clutch Points.
Hey, Kelsey. Hayden Silly with Clutch Points. Nice to meet you. I know that just sort of with everything that's happened and you flying into Chicago super late, we saw on social just the embrace that your now teammates had with you. Just how was it just to have that reaction from them the moment that you touched down with them in Chicago?
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. To be honest, all this happened really fast, very unexpected, personally. So, I think for me, I was just kind of like, just overwhelmed. Just felt like God's grace on me. To be honest, it's been a crazy 48 hours, but to be received like that from teammates, from the staff, from the organization, I'm just super grateful, and I can't say how thankful I am to just go out and compete tonight.
Go over to Mark McClune with the Arizona family.
Hey, Kelsey, welcome to town. Hey, Nick was mentioning that you were a player that he and the organization had coveted for a long time. What was the feeling with the relationship about Diana, about just your eye on the Mercury from afar and wanting to join this organization?
Nick, was it? Sorry.
Yeah, Nick Uren.
I'm gonna learn everyone's name. There's a lot of staff and stuff here. To be honest, when my agent called and said, you're being traded to the Mercury, I was obviously in shock, but I think more than that, being able to have a familiarity with coach and some of the players, I think brought a level of ease to it. And obviously what they've done from afar, they were in the finals last year. It's been a little bit of a tough road this season with injuries and things like that, and getting all their players on a roster, but there's still a chance. And so in my mind, that's what I'm thinking about, is chipping away and winning games and fighting to get into the playoffs. And WNBA is crazy this year. Margin of error is extremely small. You really just got to get in, and then it's a 5-game series, make it shake. So that's really my focus, and that's really kind of what I'm thinking about.
We'll go to Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports.
Kelsey, Kellen Olson, Arizona Sports. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Valley. When it comes to the ways your game complements Alyssa and Kalia, what stands out to you right away? And then in all your experience playing on star-studded teams, what is the key to quickly getting the chemistry going with those other stars because of the midseason dynamic of the trade?
Yeah, I just think coming in and being adaptable, just trying to see where the team needs you, moving on the ball, off the ball, defensively. And so I think for me, just having a level of humility coming in and, hey, what do you need from me? And, they're great players, and they've played with great players. And so, really just trying to learn fast and, not make the same mistake twice. And then also just, trust my instincts. Like you said, I played with a lot of great players before, so I think at the end of the day, just being decisive with your decision-making, getting off the ball, moving really well without the ball, and competing at a high level, it'll come easier than I think people expect.
Go over to Steven with PHNX.
Hey, Kelsey. I talked with Becky a few years ago just about how impactful you are, and it's kind of hidden with your game as a screener. Obviously, you've been up against Alyssa in some high-leverage moments, guarding her inverted pick and rolls. One, how refreshing is it for you to be on the other side to be able to set them for her? And two, what makes it so hard to impactfully guard that when you have to show or hedge before trying to get out as she's turning the corner?
Yeah, I think it's one of the most difficult actions to guard in the league. She's a freight train coming down the lane. And, I've been at the receiving end a lot of those shoulder hits. So I'm grateful to not be on that other side anymore. But I think at the end of the day, one of the things about her, she's just one of the best passers in the world. So I think you just got to be able to read that ball screen coverage and let her do her thing and give her space and just play with pace. And, she's going to make the play for me. All I have to do is, convert.
We have time for a couple more. We'll go to Shane Young with Mercury.com.
Hey, Kelsey, nice to see you again. You've been around the league for quite a bit now. You've played a lot of games in Phoenix as an opponent. Just what's it going to feel like for you playing in front of that X Factor, that crazy fan base for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, it's also Diana's jersey retirement, which I found out. So I think that's pretty epic. To be honest, I don't want to sound cliche, but I'm really focused on playing tonight's game. And we're on the road for a couple weeks, so just trying to get, the momentum and, just trying to continue to learn and grow with this group. And I'll answer that question when we get there.
I will end with Eliav.
Hey, Kelsey, nice to meet you. Eliav, goodbye, Sports 360 AZ. Where was Phoenix on your list of destinations when you started to think, this would be a good landing spot? Maybe this would be, where was Phoenix on that list?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the whole process, as a player, technically you don't really know. So to answer your question, for me, I didn't even know that I was being traded until basically I went to bed the night before the Portland game. So to answer your question, I'm super grateful to be here, and I'm super excited to play and to be coached and to learn from these players and compete. So that doesn't answer your question, and that was very intentional.
I went with that. Thanks, Kelsey.
No,
we're all good.
Oh, okay.
I decide on the number.
Okay.
Oh,
the family group chat, I just said, hey guys, these are the 3 numbers available. And they picked 0, so it was cool.
Did you try to bargain with Lexi to get 10?
No.
Was 5 available? Your Olympic number?
No. It was like 6, 8, 0, double 0. Thanks, guys.